It is the day after Labor Day. I hope you all had a safe and happy, joyous, wonderful, long weekend. I know I did. I left Saturday evening, about 8:30 at night from Keene, and went to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Met up with a couple of buddies of mine on Sunday morning. And we spent the day shooting videos and still pictures of them as a band. It's two guys, Walter Shipley and Boo Rohrer, and acoustic guitars. Boo's got a great country voice. They do some country music, and I'm going to show you the first video because I spent this morning getting the first video processed, and I'm going to show that to you right now. This is, the band is called Hallow Creek. The song is called Not Real Fun.
I thought we had something that nobody ever saw. But now that it's over, it wasn't worth it at all. I'll let you ride in, ignore the walls I had built. Then you made me regret it, a decision full of self-care. I don't want to know about you. Your kind of love is straight untrue. Me, I'm gonna cut all ties and run. Well, it's getting real, but not real fun. Time keeps on moving, and I see you around. I can't hide my feelings. You made me look like a clown. I guess that I should have stopped it, but you played right along, and you made me feel comfort. Hey, what you did was plain wrong. Yeah, I don't want to do about you.
Oh, yeah. All right. So that was Hallow Creek. We hit 4 or 5 different locations around Gettysburg and had a fantastic day. Fantastic music. These are guys that are coming up on their own and writing their own songs, trying to get gigs down there in Pennsylvania and anywhere they can. They attend Summer NAMM down in Tennessee, some big music convention. Generally end up playing down there. Great music, I think, anyway. If that's your taste. If not, then listen to something else. Let's see what else went down this weekend. Not much other than that marathon trip down there and back. Pretty quiet Labor Day weekend. And I hope you guys all stayed safe as well. Let's go. Because I've got some things that I've been stewing on. All right. Once again, we're here in the Rant camera. And I know Mike Daniele thinks this is the best part of the show. I mean, I would do this all the time, Mike, except it takes an awful lot of energy to be this angry all the time. And I can't hang. Let me start off with the rant that I wanted to make last week, but I didn't think of it until the day after I filmed, and then I went, I should have talked about this. But again, maybe it was too early for the rant. A week has passed. Times are completely different now. So, I'm talking about John McCain. Yes. Big hubbub, lying in state for 7 days and 7 different funerals and flag at half-mast, full-mast, half-mast for a week. For John McCain. Don't get me wrong. I admire the man. I give him his props. He is a fellow sailor. That's right. John McCain was a naval aviator. He was actually, I believe, in one of the training films that they showed me while I was in boot camp. It was Fire on the Flight Deck, I believe was the name of it, about the USS Forrestal fire. Apparently, I believe 1950, I can't remember the year, when the Forrestal had its fire, the missile had accidentally come off of a F-4 Phantom and either hit John McCain's A-4 Skyhawk or the Skyhawk next to his. That was what the big Forrestal fire on the flight deck was. So, believe me, I have as much respect for the man as anybody. He was a naval aviator. Got shot down over Vietnam, was a prisoner, long-time prisoner. Came home, got his own command, fantastic naval record. Went into politics. Who knows why? Because he was a rich cat and he could. And again, it was his family. His father was, I believe, an admiral. And he went into politics, became one of the rich and powerful. Here's my problem, and here's where the rant is. John McCain did nothing. I mean, they talk about hero. He was a Navy pilot. He pushed a button and dropped bombs on people. It's not like he was face to face with the enemy. Heroes were the guys that stood tall and proud on Iwo Jima. Those guys are heroes. I'm trying to think. I'm not even really sure that any heroes came out of the Vietnam War, other than all who did not return. Those that paid the ultimate price, those guys are the heroes. So, regardless of that, he didn't do anything that any other naval aviator at that time did. Hundreds of other guys got shot down over Vietnam. Hundreds of other guys spent time in prisoner of war camps and were tortured, sometimes killed. John McCain was one of the lucky ones who came out. Here's another fact. And that makes me so mad that this man was treated with such a huge friggin' spectacle. Fact, 22 veterans every single day commit suicide. Fact, the flag does not move 1 millimeter for any of those people. Facts. Why should John McCain be treated any different than any other veteran that served? That went through the same kind of stuff that he did. Yeah. 22 veterans every day. I'm going to say it again. 22 veterans every single day commit suicide. The flag doesn't budge. John McCain dies. There's it's got to be a huge spectacle. Why? Not because he was a hero, not because he was a veteran, not because he was a great man, because he was a politician. That grants him the right to be treated better than anybody else. And it's wrong. At the same time, if Trump died, what kind of rigmarole would you hear when we lower the flag to half-staff for Trump? People would be screaming in the streets. But he's the president. Get it? I'm trying to show you folks that there is a huge double standard. And it's not about race, and it's not about the color of your eyes, and it's not about your sexual leanings or any of that. We're going to get into that later. This is all about rich and powerful against regular, normal, everyday people. And the fact that we should idolize people because he was a prisoner of war and he became a senator, we should idolize him? No, we shouldn't. We should treat him like we treat every other veteran in the United States. Or better yet, we treat every other veteran in the United States like we just treated John McCain. That's all I'm saying. We talk about equality, we talk about, treating everybody equally, but then When are we going to get it? Exactly when are we going to get it? We label everything. Apparently, I heard today, somebody said, I had mentioned doing this show, and somebody mentioned, I was mentioning that my show's all about rants, and she says, are you going to rant about California? And I said, well, about banning the straws? And she said, no, they're getting ready to ban Bibles in California. And so one of the other guys that was here in the office went, no, they can't do that. And I said, listen, they're already crossing words out of the dictionaries, telling us you can't say them. Yeah, how long is it before we start burning books? We're banning people off the internet because we don't like what they say? Yeah, so it doesn't surprise me that this country, remember, that was born out of the freedom to worship any way that we please, now we're going to ban the Bible. How in the hell does that work? It's thinking like that creates all the havoc in the world. Let me slam you with another piece of science here with a little bit of fact that you're probably going to start screaming at your TV the minute I say it. So here's the fact. There are only 2 genders. All right, settle down now, people, settle down. Yes, I said it. There are only 2 genders. There is male and female. Everything else is a label. Everything else is a label. There are 2 genders. Male and female. It has to do with chromosomes. It's basic science. For all you people running around, thinking the world is flat and climate change is going to kill us all, then believe the damn science. Again, it's the case of a huge amount of the population buying into nonsense because, it's flowery and it's happy and there's no conflict. The point is there are 2 genders, male and female. Each person has his own free mind, free will. Here's a question. Again, this is probably gonna kill you as well. But I like this way of thinking. If I was to get an afro and start wearing all kinds of flashy, pimpy clothes, and rapping and talking like a black guy, I would be considered insensitive because that is considered cultural appropriation. I see some of you folks, you're already going to where I'm going. So here it is. If a guy puts on a wig and makeup and a dress and acts like a woman, Isn't that gender appropriation? Shouldn't people be screaming about that? I don't know. It's, again, this is the stupid crap that we're spending the majority of our time worrying about. Yeah. And you know, there used to be because let me break this down even further. Gay is not a gender. Gay is a sexual preference. Lesbian is a sexual preference. Yeah. I mean, if we want to just, again, when are the rules going to stop? You know, can I just one day wake up in the morning, put on a pair of knee-high boots and a pair of pants and some knee-high boots and a fluffy white ruffly shirt and a friggin' eye patch and go out and start robbing people because I identify as a pirate? When does it stop? And by the way, pirate's not a gender either. That is a lifestyle. Man, how do you even have conversations, serious conversations about this kind of stuff? Because it is so nonsensical. Is that a word? I think it is. I think I actually got the right damn word. How about that? Mark that on your calendar. I don't know. Hey, I got 4 minutes left, 4.5 minutes left. And I told you last week that I would have some news this week about the Keene Airport. Well, I got a couple pieces of news about the Keene Airport. They're getting ready to reopen runway 1432 after the reconstruction. And I'm told everything is looking fantastic. Talking about some kind of a ceremony. And I don't know what kind of ceremony that would be. With enough lead time, you know, instead of having the mayor go out there and cut a ribbon, we could have had one of the airplane stunt pilots come in to cut the ribbon, you know, with the tail of his plane or something. And that kind of would have been cool. The other news is that on September 25th, I think that's the correct date. The local EAA chapter, Experimental Aircraft Association, I believe the local chapter is 1314. They are sponsoring an event at the airport on the 24th, sometime in the evening of the 24th. The B-17 aluminum overcast will fly into Keene. It will be on the ramp on the 25th, which is the Monday, and it will leave on Tuesday morning, I believe, the 26th. I haven't seen an event posted on Facebook yet, but I did see one little blurb about it from EAA, and it said to learn more, and it sent you to the EAA website. I believe that they are offering rides and walkthrough tours. I'm not sure if either of those, I know the rides cost, I want to say it's like between $400 and $500 for the rides. I'm not sure if the tours cost anything, but even if it doesn't cost anything, bring a few bucks, donate to these organizations. That's why they do it. It's history, is what it is. This is a beautiful B-17, World War II era. It has it's silver. It's shiny. It's got some beautiful nose art on it. I'll be posting some pictures that a buddy of mine gave me to use over the next couple weeks, and trying to get more people interested in going down there. But that's coming up on September 25th, so mark your calendars. It's a little jump into some history, and to see a beautiful aircraft, and to come down and again see the Keene Airport and see what's going on down there, because it's all good things. That's what it is. Let's go back over here. I'm tired of ranting. I think I ranted enough and covered enough to soak into your brains for 1 week. So we'll go to this other camera, and credits are all ready to go. So again, it was a great weekend. I hope you all stayed safe, stayed fairly sober, and had a great holiday. Next holiday that comes up, I believe, is September, October. I believe it's Halloween, I think, is the next big one that comes along. And we're just around the corner from Christmas. Remember that. I was going to have the number of days of shopping days left till Christmas. Just to get the jump on everybody else. Because I know next week Christmas decorations will start going up all over the stores and everything. Anyway, I'm about out of time. So until next week, I'm Rick Blood. This is Unfiltered. Peace.